Okay, we're moving up forward to one of our sets. It's box 35. Just one set in here that I bought off eBay. I've got Mark here and we're going to start on Mr. Chippie's bench so we can have a discussion. Mark put me onto this. It was advertised on eBay as a Maxi 90 2781 hand portable, and when we open it up we get a Maxi 90 UK hand portable. 3 channels, charge socket, exactly the same back as you'd find on the Harvard 410 Harrier WT2, clearly out of the same factory, and our £19.99 maiden bid success also got a telescopic aerial. Did I say that right?
Yeah, telescopic aerial intact.
Intact, yes. So basic set, on-off volume squelch, hissing all the time because it's got a bit of a...
Which we thought was an air bear, a 3-channel air bear.
So back in 81 there was a 2-watt 3-channel set which kind of fits this description, which was from Air Bear UK who worked in Sheffield, and it never materialised. We thought, is this kind of a pre-production prototype? There's no name on it, but there is a name when you go inside. It's a Team Maxi 90 UK. So trawl on the internet, and I did find some pictures of the innards, and we can clearly see that it uses a normal synthesizer chip. This is a European model, so it's the LC7132, but we're expecting an LC7137 in there, and we'll verify that on the bench shortly. So it doesn't have a channel selector switch, but it's kind of being linked for the channels it needs by using the truth table of that phase lock loop chip. So you could theoretically change it, but really don't need to. So it was, I think we did a quick test. I've got to admit we did a quick test, and it was 1, 14 and 20 with the 3 channels.
It's on your paperwork somewhere.
It's on my paperwork somewhere, yeah.
It was, yeah.
So we've got a square kit diagram of the European version. Managed to download this, and this is a 40 channel version, and apart from the channel selector and the display, it's the same beast. So it's a bit of a simplistic receiver.
Yeah, the only difference is where the 2781 is. There's a channel display.
Yeah.
And I think one of those is the squelch becomes the channel change.
Right.
Yeah.
So. It's only got 2 knobs, hasn't it? So
yeah.
There we are. But I never saw that in the UK. But as Mark came here earlier, a few days ago, he said it struck me. Oh, it's 12 to 15 volts. It isn't 13.8. So that's a point. It might actually do 4 watts, but there we go. Anyway, it did struck Mark that he remembered this being available in the UK as this 2781 version. There's some similar ones, but they didn't seem to materialise here either. So it's 1987. So there we go. Basic set with standard synthesizer. In our case, it'll be a 7137. It's an MC3361 FM chip, LM386, which is a 1/4 watt audio amp, single conversion receiver, which is a bit simplistic. And in fact, I've put some batteries in, and we switch it on, and the squelch is hissing with the aerial down. It's picking up rubbish from fluorescent lights and probably even the camera. So we're looking forward to doing the servicing and getting on with it. Now, because it only has a charge socket, the only on-the-air test we can do is to put it on the bench, pull the air up and talk to Mr. Chippie half a mile down the road. Eventually we will do a field test and he'll take it with the body cam. So we'll go over to the bench and we'll do the servicing. Right, so we're now on the bench with this. And Mark's made me up I looked at the circuit diagram, and the power input on this is for the European one. The power input shows there's no charging resistor, so it just goes straight in centre positive on that 2.5mm jack, just like the Harvard 410 and the Harrier WT2 do from the same factory from a bygone era. So he started this. God, it's got a serial number. I wasn't expecting that. So, funny, we've got channel 20, we've got channel 1 and we've got channel 20, haven't we? So that's not applicable. And it doesn't have low power, which is a shame. They've missed a trick there because it would be so much less power consumption. So our biggest snag is to get this to the outside world, and it's going to be lossy. That needs to go with his SWR meter. To get to the outside world, it's going to be crocodile clip time. I think this will probably work quite well, apart from it's not got a metal case. So where does the aerial connect? It connects there. So that test point is going to be where you connect your output to. So we'll have to solder to that because it's before the loading coil for the aerial. So let's just check which pin it is. I will guess that it's going to be this inner one. Just check we've got continuity, we're not on the right range. Yeah, we have. So I would think that is to there, and I would think the other pin is to chassis and not to there. That's right. Well, my guess was right, but I'll have to solder to those. So at the factory they'd have made up a special lead. So when we do an on-the-air test, we'll just be able to get Mr. Chippie to go up to the garage a mile up the road like we did the Realistic 1002. There'll be no... We're going to do a field test in the future, but we can't really do an on-the-air test because I can't plug it into anything. So if I can find... Did we use the crocodile clip? I think we used the crocodile clip lead, didn't we? I think we did. Whatever I do, it'll be lossy. N to B NC adapter, the test set's N. We certainly know it works-ish because we can hear and see it working from the previous test into our hand portable. Might be safest to put the positive there and the negative there. Right, so with the lead marks just made up for me, which I've already lost, the 2.5mm jack, centre tip positive, into that charger socket, which turns out to be power input if there's no batteries in. If you've got batteries in, do not put anything other than the charger in. And we'll make sure we're on 12 volts because it's a 12 volt radio, not a 13.8 volt radio. Switch on. Well, that didn't work, did it? No, you can't power it that way. That's going to be very difficult. Oh dear. The switch inside that socket stops you from powering the set from this. Isn't that annoying? Yes, it is, folks. Right, well that'll be alright for Harvard 410. We'll put that on the leads thing. We'll just go on in with the crocodile clips. There's no way we can do any type of on-the-air test other than a field test because we can't power the set other than from batteries. Right, so switch picture in picture on. We're in the power thing. We'll key it up. 3 watt scale, 1.5 watts, just like that. we're on channel A, so that's 1.5 watts. Let's go to channel B, 1.5 watts. We'll keep it on channel B. That's our centre channel theoretically, but the other one's 14, isn't it? We're not going to tune it up on 14. So what current's it drawing? 476 milliamps. Deviation. Now I might have to retune this. Yeah, because we were on CPT last. Wallow. 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 It's 2.8. A little bit high. We won't be doing the VCO. The frequency should be 27,79125. That's miles out. Let's check channel 1. Perhaps it wasn't channel. It could be channel 22. That. Let's go to channel 40. Oh, that's it. 27. That's it. 27. 79099. So it does want to come up a bit. So we'll do that immediately. There's the synthesizer. So if we look for the reference crystal, which is there, the trimmer for it is there. It's all over the place. Trouble with plastic cases. I'm just going to waggle that around in circles. That'll do me. And the deviation, well, if we look at the circuit, and I'm sure it's exactly the same but just with a different synthesizer, we're going to have, where's the mic? Yeah, mic's there. We've got speech processing circuit. Deviation is clearly marked as resistor 46. It's probably the only preset in it, to be honest. And it is, it's this sideways on here. Yeah, I think that's the only preset in it. We'll get the tone generator. Press transmit. Wow, that's made it worse. Wow, that's it. That's where we are. That's one thing we've done. Let's see if we can tune up the transmitter. So back to the circuit diagram, have a look at what we've got, see whether we can make head and tail of it. So the synthesizer, so look at the PA going backwards. It's L4. No, it's not. It's could be L4, but we're interested in L5, L6. And 14. 5, 6 and 14. But how do we know which one's which? We don't. That one is the loading course, so that's done with the absorption wave meter. We've got here. I'm not going to touch the wax ones, to be honest. Yes, it's going to be there, there and there. I'll tell you what, we will do that wax one, just for a laugh. Just make sure we're back on the main meter. It's supposed to be 4 watt set, but take all this with a pinch of salt. Well, that was already spot on. So that's 2 and a bit watts. Two and a half is the maximum it's going to do. And we're now drawing 560 milliamps. We'll just go to channel 1, see what the power is there. It's also 2.5. Good. Back to channel 20. Well, that was fair enough. So the detector's going to be that one, if it has one, which is going to be L2 on the circuit. That'll be the detector. Let's see what it's doing then. So set the signal generator for 2779125. Just like that. How do I connect a cyanide meter to it? There's a capacitor on pin 5 called capacitor 21. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, there's the audio amp. The resistor 20 not going to be easy, this. I don't really want to take the radio out of its case. You'd hope there was a test point, wouldn't you? Is that the test point? Yes, it is. That's the audio test point. So I put 100 microvolts on. I'm going to do this detector before we've done a reading. No, I'm not. Have we got another crocodile clip? Yes, we have. It's going to be pretty lossy the way it's set up. So at the moment we've got 15, 16, 17, 18 microvolts for 12 dB. For 10 dB we've got 13 microvolts. And will it ever do 20? Yes, it will. It is 44 microvolts. Worry about the squelch later. So let's see if we can tune this up a bit. So with 100 microvolts on and turn the volume up, I'll put the oscilloscope on. Remember, this is just connected across the loudspeaker terminals. There's nothing special. It's only audio we're looking at. So we want maximum recovered audio. You know what, I was virtually spot on. The tiniest little adjustment there. So go over to the sine nav meter. It's one of these oversimplistic. I think my finger earthing it produces better results. Let's try and stop that beat. These are the receive. Not easy to tune. So where are we now? 12. Yeah, I've got 18. There's no change. There's no change. It's already at peak. Let's see where the squelch is. So full squelch. Is 26 microvolts. And the sensitive end is 7.5 microvolts. So not a very positive set. It's doing a watt more and it's on frequency. And remember, that's the VSO for transmit and VSO for receive. Right, put it back together, but I'd like to put some screws in it because at the moment there's no screws holding the board in at all. We'll come back to you in a bit and we'll finish it off. Over the course of next few weeks I'll get Mr. Chippie to go out and about with this with the body cam, but we won't be able to do an on the air test, but I'll... Right, so we've made a decision. What we're going to do is we're going to have to test it on batteries. We're just going to do as I said, we'll just nip up the road a mile. I've put one screw in there. I've got something which just about fits, just in case that helps with it. Just try and get that. Just not quite enough wire to put the aerial in. I'm not so bothered about the back screw because these clip together pretty solidly. So I wouldn't say that's the best receiver in the world by a long way. We can't really take any notice of what the instrument readings are because of the, you know, the way it is. We'll clean these. It's certainly being used, and that's kind of nice. It means at least something's had some use out of it. Got some corrosion at the bottom here though. Really going to be dodgy getting a connection. Right, let's see what we've got battery wise. Fresh from Lidl or Aldi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can count, 6, 7, 8. Now we've got a couple of dummy batteries. So where's my dummy batteries? I've not put the ribbon in, have I? There we are, put it in for 1. Well, I'll tell you what, it has made contact. I go to the foot of our stairs. Except we haven't got any. We've got quite a big screwdriver on here. Right, we'll pull up the telescopic aerial. And switch on my hand portable. We'll go to channel 20. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. There we go. All ready for a Mr. Chippie test. Okay, so all I can do is to operate it off battery, pull the aerial right up, and we'll just talk to Mr. Chippie. We'll do what we did with the Realistic 1002 the other day, and simply go and... I've not told him it's on channel 20, have I? I'll just go on channel 31 on here. I bet Mark's with him, but I bet Mark doesn't remember. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie. We're on channel 20, I'm on the handheld. See if he's already on channel 20. Tango 21, Mr. Chippie there.
Tango 21, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just check it. I'm on the Capo handheld. I just thought you might have not remembered it was 31, that it was not at 20, so I'll just go on the other one. Yeah, he's cleverer than I thought, you see. I wouldn't have remembered. Tango 21, testing the team.
Tango 21, receiving.
Excellent. Oops, when I press the right button. Have you set off yet?
No, negative.
Okay, give me a call when you're ready.
Roger.
Okay, so preliminary tests show that sounds alright. So I'm disappointed that there's no sockets at all other than the charge socket. I would have really hoped that was external power, but it's just charge.
Right, we're now passing the house and recording.
Roger, got you passing the house. Excellent.
Roger.
And you already know there's no tone control because you know it's the Team Maxi 90 UK.
Yep, roger that, I'll receive. Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie. At the over.
Okay, right, I've had to adjust the squelch.
Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie, we're now at the Woody's lay-by, over. Tango 21, we're now at the Woody's lay-by, over.
Oh, yes, I'm on the Team Maxi 90 UK. He's doing 2.5 watts over.
Yeah, Roger, we're struggling to hear you even from here.
Okay, we'll not go on to the next one, we'll give it a go.
Yep, Roger, will do.
Roger.
Where are we going there?
Petrol station.
Oh.
Whether it'll work from there, I don't know. Find out.
Is he inside or outside?
Inside, on a bench.
Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie, did you receive? Right, I'm not really getting you very well at all, so I think we'll leave it at that. Tango 21 from Mr. Chippie, did you receive?
Yes, Roger, I received. Affirmative.
Right, I'm not really getting you very well at all, so I think we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Roger, on that. Did you get me on the capo one over? Yeah, 1010 if you copy. Okay, so mind you can't hear me on the capo one either. So it just goes to show, doesn't it, when you're in a building like this, it's brick built, the internal skin is breeze block with a high metal content. So we know that it's well screened from the outside. So that's why he's only gone a mile up the road. So it doesn't work as well as the realistic 1002, which purports to be 1.5 watts ERP, which this doesn't have the metal case, it doesn't have the range boost side panels. It isn't going to be the range, and it isn't the range. But we will do a field test on this because it will probably work for 4 miles when done in... Oh look, I've got rid of a spider's web. There must be a spider's web in it. There isn't now. So there we go. I'll tell you what, we'll go through to our base station just so we can hear what it sounds like. So I'll pull that aerial back up and we'll go over to the base station as usual.
Tango 21 testing the team Maxi 90 UK into our Midland 76900 base station. Testing 12245 54221. So I hope you found that interesting, because I've never seen one of these before, and thanks for watching.